Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports, college basketball picks and predictions for Thursday, March 6th, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, we got to recap the previous day's results. On the day, we go 4-2, bringing our season record to 430 and 404. So we added $6 to the giveaway, bringing the total giveaway fund to $24. And that will be given away at the end of the season. I'm going to recap these games, and we'll get on to the picks for tomorrow. Our four winners, we're going to start off Xavier minus 1.5. They played on the road at Butler. This was kind of sweaty for a little bit, but then they pulled away big time at the end of the game. Xavier 91, Butler 78. If you would have told me Butler scored 78 points prior to tip-off, I would have been pretty concerned. But Xavier 52% from the field, 89% from the free throw line. They win the offensive rebound battle. They win the turnover battle. Xavier is going to be in the big dance. They are now 19-10. If they can beat Providence at home, they finish the year 20-10, fifth in the Big East. That should be good enough for a March Madness spot. Next game. This is probably the call of the night. Kansas State plus 9.5. How about forget the 9.5? They win on the money line at Cincinnati. Why is Cincinnati laying 9.5 points to anyone? K-State 54, Cincinnati 49. Cincinnati 21 of 57 from the field, 2 of 18 from deep. That is 11%. K-State only went 3 of 18, but that doesn't matter when your opponent is that bad. I just now realized Cincinnati has a dude on the team named Jizzle James. Shout out to Jizzle, who had 10 points. Shout out to this other dude who went 1 of 9 from the field. Thank you, Josh Reed, for being horrible at basketball. We then had another free over. It was Florida and Alabama. Florida takes down Bama on the road. Final score this game, this was also looking pretty suspect for a while. Florida 99, Bama 94. That total is 193. 193. Bama just can't really shoot the basketball from deep right now. 9 of 25 from deep, 68% from the free throw line, 17 of 25. Not ideal for Alabama's final home game of the season. Their final road game is at Auburn on Saturday. That should be a banger. Then we had Ole Miss plus 3.5. This is the reason the video is coming out late. They win the game by 2 points. Milicic for Tennessee missed a point-blank layup to tie the game, send it in overtime. Thank God he missed that, or this video will be coming out another half hour later. Our two losers, Michigan, Maryland over 153.5. This one never stood a chance. Final score in this one, Maryland 71, Michigan 65. Both teams couldn't really shoot it from deep. Michigan, too many turnovers, 16 turnovers. That's what's going to kill this team come March. Everyone turns it over. Wolf, 5 turnovers. Burnett, 4. Golden, 3. Donaldson, 3. This random dude off the bench, 3. Like, how are you coming off the bench with 3 turnovers? You are not playing next game. Then finally, Cal at Louisville. You guys already know what the result of this game was going to be. Although, what if I told you Cal, they lose by 17. They win the offensive rebound battle 19-5. They win the turnover battle 10-14. They attempted 20 more shots than Louisville. They still lost by 17. They shoot 30% from the field, 28% from deep. Their guards combined 2 of 15, 2 of 11, 2 of 11. That is 6 of 37 from the field. 6 of 37 from your guards. I don't know how you do that. All right, that's the recap. 4-2. Let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. Game number 1, Missouri Valley. It is their conference tournament. This one tips off at 1 o'clock Eastern. So if you're watching this video, I would put this bet in quick. I'm taking Indiana State plus 1.5. Not on the road. This is a neutral court taking place in St. Louis at Enterprise Center. So nobody's got any real home court advantage here. These two teams played literally 4 days ago. Indiana State won by 18 at home. I think they can do it again. Indiana State 14-17 on the year. They dominate the stat sheet in this matchup. They score 80 points a game, played a top 20 pace, shoot it 47% from the field. They win every single stat besides rebounding. It's really not by that big of a margin either. Southern Illinois is going to have a real tough time keeping up. Indiana State likes to play quick. They love the three ball. Those are two things the Salukis don't really do. Southern Illinois 13-18 on the year. They score just 73 points a game, played a top 175 pace. They only make 6 threes a game. It is not going to work if you trade 2 for Indiana State's threes. That is not going to be a recipe for success. I don't get how they're favored. They just got absolutely curb stomped by 18. Give me the Sycamores plus 1.5. Neutral court game. Next game, this one is not neutral court. Horizon League Conference Tournament. I'm taking the over of 155.5. This is a true road game for IPFW. It is in Youngstown State. Should be lit, and the spread's not that much, 5.5 point spread, so there should be some free throws at the end. IPFW 19-12 on the year, 5th overall in the Horizon. They tough team to draw in the first round of the tournament. They score 81 a game, played a top 75 pace. They make 11 3-pointers a game. They're 1-1 against the Penguins this year. Each team has won on their home court. Those two totals have ended at 164 and 171. So when these two teams meet, the score goes pretty high. Youngstown State 19-12 on the year, 4th in the Horizon. They score 77 a game, played a top 75 pace. They make 9 threes a game. Neither team really enjoys the defensive side so much. Should be high scoring. Again, if the first two landed at 164 and 171, why am I getting such a good number? I don't know. Next game, headed to Conference USA. This is not the conference tournament. This is just a regular season game. We have the 4th and the 6th ranked teams here, so these do matter a lot for seeding in terms of who's going to get the home court advantage. Should be a pretty tight game. I think 5.5 is too large of a spread. New Mexico State 16-13 on the year, coming off of an 18-point home win against Western Kentucky. They score 70 a game, shoot it 42% from the field. They're not the best at putting the ball in the hoop, but that's okay because their defense is ranked 30th in the country. They beat Louisiana Tech earlier this season by 30 points. They won 79-49. And you're telling me they're catching 5.5? No thanks. Louisiana Tech 19-10 on the year. They score 74 points a game. Played a bottom 100 pace as well. Shoot it 47% from the field. Very inconsistent this year. If you look at them, they have really weird home losses to some of the worst teams in the conference. And then they have road wins at some really good schools. You just don't know who you're going to get from this La Tech team. I am not laying 5.5 points against a team you've already lost to by 30. Give me New Mexico State plus 5.5. Next game, it is AAC action. Charlotte, North Texas. Again, why is North Texas laying 15 points to anyone ever? They just don't play that kind of ball that results in a 15-point win. Charlotte, 10-19 on the year. They're 1-11 on the road straight up. I'm not trying to argue that they're a good basketball team, but they're not 15 points worse than North Texas. They score 71 a game, played a bottom 50 pace, shoot it 42% from the field. They have covered this number in 5 out of their last 6 games. They stay losing, but they cover most of their games. They keep them close. North Texas, 22-6 on the year. I think they should be an auto bid for the league. You can 22-6 in the AAC should get you into the tournament. Like, come on now, what's going on? They score 68 points a game, play at the 2nd slowest pace in the country. They have only covered this number once in their last 10 games. Just one time have they covered this. They don't score enough. They play at the 2nd slowest pace in the country. How are you going to score enough points to cover 14.5? If Charlotte can score even 55, I think this is a reasonably safe cover. Give me Charlotte plus 14.5. Next game, semifinal of the ASUN Conference Tourney. I'm taking North Alabama at home, -5.5. This is a true road spot for Jacksonville. If Alabama wins this game and Lipscomb wins their game, then North Alabama has to travel to Lipscomb. If Bama wins and Lipscomb loses, then I forget who Lipscomb's playing, but they have to travel to North Alabama. So could be North Alabama's final home game of the season. Probably will be. Jacksonville 19-12 on the year. They just beat EKU at home by 11 points, despite being down 13 at halftime. They average 72 points a game, played a top 175 pace, shoot it 44% from the field. They lose all stats you can possibly think of. They lost their previous game at North Alabama by 13 points. I think that same thing is going to happen here. North Alabama 23-9 on the year, 15-1 at home this season. They have the best guard duo in the conference. The environment's going to be crazy in the probable last home game of the year. They score 80 a game, played a bottom 150 pace, shoot it 47% from the field. They have the better athletes. They're in a home court environment. Smash spot, give me North Alabama -5.5. Final game, we're going back to the horizon, and I'm taking another over, 144.5. These two teams, they've played twice this year. The number has gone under in both, and it really hasn't been close. So for that reason, I think this line reeks to high heavens. So I'm going to dump into it and take the over. Oakland 15-17 on the year. They have won 2 games in a row. They score 71 points a game, played a bottom 20 pace, shoot it 43% from the field. Neither teams are really good from beyond the arc. I think the reason for the high over is we get free throws at the end of the game. That's really the only thing I can think of. Milwaukee 21-10 on the year, second overall in the horizon. They score 79 points a game, played a top 125 pace, shoot it 47% from the field. They played Oakland at home a week ago, and that total landed at 137. Why is this 144.5? I don't know, but I'm in. Give me the over. All right, that is going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.